What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Today we're going to be re-rolling in World Flipper. World Flipper was released yesterday. Super excited for it. I've been waiting for this game to come out for quite some time. I never played the JP version, but I heard it was a lot of fun. Today I want to show you guys play by play how I re-roll in all of these games. Now I'm going to be showing you on an emulator, of course. If you're re-rolling on an iPhone, it's a little bit different. The first thing I'm going to say is this game used to have a 2-minute re-roll. When they came out with the global release, they got rid of the 2-minute re-roll. So now when you start a guest account and you try to just reset the account and then log in another guest account on the same instance, you can't do it. It makes you wait, I believe, 24 hours. So you have to create a whole nother instance in order to consistently reroll. Other than that, the reroll is fantastic. It's easy. You literally sign in, you collect your mail, you do your summons, get what you want. If not, log out, create another instance, do it again. I think I can do about 10 on my computer. Most people do 5 at a time. They set up 5 instances and they reroll 5 accounts at the exact same time, because you can set up a micros and have them all go the exact same time. So when you click one, all of them will click together. That is built into the BlueStacks. I won't get into that too much in this video, but if you guys want me to explain how to set up a multi-instance reroll, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll do a video on that. But that wouldn't be tied to one game. That would just be tied into how to use the BlueStacks micros. So let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video like that in the future. But for World Flipper, the best way to do this is to make a new instance every time you want to reroll. Even if you start a guest account, you still won't be able to reroll. So I'm going to show you guys play by play how I do this. So the first thing I do is new instance. You can clone an instance. For this video, I'm going to do a fresh instance so I can show you guys exactly what I do and how I set it up. So I go to 64 bits. I click next. I'm not sure if World Flipper needs a 64-bit. I always use 64-bit anyways now. In 2021, I just feel like it works better. And then we're going to go to CPU. I use 4 cores high. And then RAM, I use 4 GB. Everything else stays the same. You don't have to change anything. If you want to re-roll a ton of accounts, so again, if you want to do 5 or 10 at a time, all you have to do is go to instance count and put on 5. If you want to do more than 5, you could do this twice, make 10, do it 3 times, make 15, depending on what your computer can handle. I believe most people just do 5 at a time because it allows you to make 5 instances at the same time. So if you're going to do that and have 5 up, just click 5, set up the micros, and then you can do 5 all at once. For this video, we're just going to do 1. So now on the bottom, we have BlueStacks 10. That is our 10th instance. Then we're going to start it. And this is going to allow us to have a fresh account with World Flipper. I re-rolled about 50 times already last night on Twitch, and before that, after that, I've been re-rolling like a madman. I just cannot get the account that I want. I've never re-rolled this much in my entire life, but I'm looking for a specific account and I just can't seem to get it. I'm going to go over that with you in just 1 second. When the game is downloading, because it's quite a long download if you don't have a fast internet, we're going to go over this tier list and some of the specific characters and why I want them on my God tier account. I'm installing World Flipper. It takes 2 seconds to install it. That's not the long part. The long part is when you open the game and download it. If you don't have a good internet, people are telling me it takes forever. Mine's not too bad because I have a decent internet. But I think that's with any game. If you don't have a good internet, if it's a big file, it's going to take forever. I know the screen's a mess. I was just trying to get this all on the screen so you guys can see me re-roll an account and the steps I go through to re-roll an account. So now we're going to press start and we're going to download it. Of course, you're going to do guest login. But like I said before, even if you do guest login, you would think that after you re-roll, you could just erase the data, come back, and do it again. But you absolutely can't. I'll show you after we re-roll this account why you can't. So now the game is downloaded. You'll get this little screen where you can play the minigame. This is the longest part of the re-roll. So we're going to let that go, and we're going to talk about this tier list on the left-hand side. So now we have 3 S tier characters, and then A, B, C. We have 2 of each, 2 Ds, and then 4 Fs. So there's more bad F characters than there is D, C, and B, and A characters. That's okay, though, because even the C characters are decent characters. Just because you see something on a tier list and it says D or C doesn't mean that character is unusable. Usually in a Pacific team or a Pacific Element team, Fire, Thunder, whatever it is, that character could still be a really good character. It's just not getting a good overall rating. But in some content, that character might actually be really good. So always keep that in mind when you look at these tier lists. Don't let them be the end-all, be-all. Just look at it, get a good general idea of which way you want to go, and use it as a guide, not as an end-all, be-all. That's the best advice I can give you guys with tier list. But as far as this tier list goes, it is spot on from what I can see. Now, Verdun is on the top. I believe, I'm not sure if, I always forget the girl's name in the middle. That's the one I want the most. For my reroll, I'm going for the S in the middle. And then on the A tier, I'm going for the second one. I think her name is Philia. I'm going for her and the one above her. That is my dream account, and I can't seem to get it. I either get Vernon and then Philia, or I get something else and just not the two that I want together. I think a God tier account, if you're rolling for that absolute end-all be-all account, you would want Verdon, Silty, and Philia. I think that would be the God tier start, or even Silty. I'm not sure if that's her name, if I'm saying it right, but Silty, Philia, and the one next to Philia, I think that is the God tier start. I know Verdon is one of the best characters in the game, if not the best character in the game. So if you're going for a God tier start, you definitely want Vernon on the account. So you could say Vernon, and then maybe Philia would be a really, really good start. And then the God tier start would be Vernon, Silty, and Philia. Those three, I think, is the end-all, be-all start in World Flipper. The game is already downloaded. We're going to briefly touch on this tier list before we go any further with the reroll. I just want to talk about the three characters that I pointed out. Now, Silty is the first one. This is the one I can't seem to get on any of my rerolls. I don't know why. I've got her once, but she was the only Nat 5 that I got, so I didn't keep the account because I want to get more than one Nat 5, at least 2 or 3. But I got Silty all by herself, and I just didn't think it was good enough, so I kept going. Now, I do want to let you guys know I have about 4 accounts that are decent. If you guys need an account or you can't reroll because you're playing on your cell phone, message me on Discord, message me here down in the comments. Just get in touch with me. I can give you one of these accounts. I have 2 really solid accounts. One that has, I think, 6 or 7 Nat 5s. And then I have another one that has Vernon, Philia, and a B or C tier character. Really good account. So if you guys are interested, message me. If I can help you out, I absolutely will. So getting Silty, I think, on a God tier account is a necessity. Vernon is probably more of a necessity, but if you're looking for that waifu like me, of course, Silty is an absolute must-have on your God tier account. Now, I know I'm butchering her name completely. I thought her name was Philia, but obviously I was wrong. On stream, everybody's saying Philia. I think this is Fiera. I know I'm probably butchering it. You guys know how I am with names. I am terrible with names. Dyslexia and names just does not work. But she is another really good character. She's A tier. But I think having her paired with one of your S tier characters is important, and that will give you that God tier start that you're looking for. She is my most wanted character. Whatever account I do decide to pick, she is going to be on that account, absolutely. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. If I do decide to take an account, she is going to be on that account. I think she's a great character, and I love her kit. Leon is complete garbage. You definitely don't want him. She's an amazing looking character, this one here, but she's, again, a garbage character. You don't want her. She looks amazing, though. For look purposes, you might want her, but other than that, she's really not a good character. And you would think being a light character that she would be, but she's just not. She's just not good enough. Razelt is another S tier character, really, really good. A lot of people don't really go for him because they're going for Vernon and Silty over him. So most people don't end up getting him because they're concentrating on getting those two on their rerolls. But if you do end up getting him paired with Vernon or Silty, God tier account, I would definitely keep it. He is a really good character to have. He looks pretty cool for a dude too. But if you can get 2 S tiers paired with an A tier or 2 S tiers paired with a B tier, I would definitely take that account and walk away. But again, if you're looking for that God tier account, it's going to take you a long time to get it. And if you're going to start doing it, you might as well go until you get that God tier account, which would be, I think, 2 S's and an A, or 2 A's and maybe 1 S. But the God tier would definitely be at least 2 S's and then followed up with an A or B class. There's always a good account and then a God tier account. It really just depends on how much you're willing to reroll. That is the truth behind it. The more you reroll, obviously, the better chance you have on getting that God tier account. So again, I'm not going to go over all these, but Vernon right here, this man, I think probably right now is the best character in the game. He'll last you all the way forever, probably. You'll probably never have to exchange him or change him for a different character. Vernon is the man. If you get him, most likely you'll want to keep that account. The reason he's good is because he's good in every element. That just makes him that much better. Now, what I was really trying to get to at the bottom here, this list, when you guys are re-rolling, look out for these 3 stars and 4 stars. If you can get Vernon and Silty or Vernon and Furia, whatever it is, if you can get some good 3 and 4 stars to back up that account, it might not be a bad idea for you to keep it. Take notice of this list, guys. Look at it, get familiar with it, and if you can grab some of these 3 or 4 stars along with your, really good 5 stars, you might be willing to keep accounts that you might not have kept before, just knowing that you have a really good 3 or 4 star in that account. So I'm going to link this down below, guys, so you guys can look at it when you're re-rolling. This will absolutely help you. It helps me. All this information will be down below. Check it out. Get familiar with this list, because in most games like this, it's much easier to build 3 stars and 4 stars anyways than it is to build 5 stars. So you might even want to try to re-roll for some of these 4 stars and 3 stars. Hey, you never know. But some of them are really, really good. So just keep that in mind. Bianca, Rams, Maya, really good characters. If you come across them, you might want to end up keeping that account. Like I told you guys, I am looking for Silty, Furia, and Vernon. That is my dream team. That is the God tier account that I'm looking for. I can't seem to get it, but let's see if our luck will change. Now, obviously, when you're going through the tutorial, you're going to skip all of this. You should watch the tutorial once, because I didn't know about tilting because I didn't watch the tutorial at all. I just kept re-rolling, and then I played the game for a little bit. And because I didn't watch the tutorial, I missed so much stuff. So I do recommend you guys watching that tutorial at least one time so you know how to play the game. And then after that, you can skip it. But it is recommended to watch it at least once. This way you understand how the game works. Because a lot of us didn't even know about tilt. We were laughing about it on Twitch. I was playing the game and nobody knew what tilt was because none of us watched the tutorial because we just skipped through it to do the reroll. But I definitely recommend you watching it. It will help in the long run. Trust me on that. When you get your God tier account and you're ready to play the game. So for the name, it doesn't matter what you put here. You could put your official name, because every time you reroll, you could use that name over and over again. It doesn't matter. I've rerolled so many times and used the same name, and it doesn't make a difference. So we're going to click OK. I know a lot of people are mad about them taking out the 2-minute reroll. The censorship, they did some really serious, hardcore censorship. I know a lot of you guys are upset about it. It's not really make or break for me. I understand why you guys are upset. I totally do. But I'm going to save that for another video. We'll talk about it. I have a bunch of screenshots to show you guys what they actually censored, but we'll save that for another video. So now you're ready to go. You're going to click on Portal. That's going to bring you to your first summon. It's a forced pull. You can get a 5-star on this pull. It happened to me twice tonight on Twitch. I got 2 5-stars on my first pull. I didn't think it was possible because I did like 25 rerolls and I didn't get one. And then towards the end of the stream, I ended up getting 2 5-stars on my single pull. So it is possible. Now, after you do your first summon, you're going to return to the home page. You're going to summon your free 4-star, which everybody gets. You can't change this. This is an automatic 4-star. Everybody gets her. You're going to click through this, and then you're going to go back to the main screen. The game was running terrible tonight when I was playing on Twitch, but they did a maintenance and they fixed it. So the game is running a lot better now. That is a good thing. The game was crashing consistently, so I'm glad that they fixed that immediately. We're going to hit return. That's going to bring us back to the home screen. We're going to collect all the bonuses that they give us on the screen. We're just going to keep pushing until we get back to the main screen. Now we're going to click on the mailbox under news. Now you'll see you'll have all these rewards, and this is what makes the reroll so easy, outside of the fact that you have to start a new instance every time or delete the data from your computer, one or the other, however you want to do it. I think this way is the easiest way, just making a new instance. And then once you roll the account that you want, you could just link it, and then you could bring that back to your main instance. That's how people do it. Once you get your God tier account, link it up to your Gmail, and then bring that back to your main BlueStacks or whatever it is you play the game on your cell phone. Doesn't matter. It can go anywhere once it's linked. So we're going to open all. Done. Now we're going to go to Portal. We're going to stay on the banner it starts us on, which is the Gala banner. We're going to stay here. We're not going to move, and we are going to do our first temple, and we are going to pray for Vernon or Silty. That is what we're looking for. Come on, World Flipper, bless us. We'll put the tier list back so you guys can see it. Now, if you get Planko, it's almost a guaranteed 5-star if you hit the 4 or 5-star. The Planko is really, really fun. I like it a lot. It makes summons really exciting. This is what I'm talking about, the Planko. Now, if we hit a 4-star here, in some cases, if you have a 3-star, you have to hit a 4-star and a 5-star. In that case, we got the 5-star. I love the Planko. So much fun. Come on, something good. Now, this character is D tier on the tier list. Again, just because she's D tier doesn't make her useless. So let's say, for example, if I pull Vernon and something else in the A class or B class, the account might be worth keeping. For me, I've rerolled so many times, it's not good enough for me. I'm looking for Vernon and Silty. It is what it is. But I just want to put that out there if you guys, don't want to drive yourself crazy with rerolls, because I don't usually reroll myself. I know I make all these reroll videos, but I normally only reroll a couple times. World Flipper is the only game I've ever rerolled over, I think, 30 times in. Not quite sure why I ended up doing it, but I got sucked into the reroll thing, and I just can't stop at this point, because I feel like I've went this far already. So being that I went this far, I might as well go all the way. So we hit a 5-star. We are going to get a second 5-star. Come on, Silty. Give her to me. Is that Silty? I think it is. That's her. So we're already halfway with our God tier accounts. We've only did one 10 pull. We got 2 5-stars, one of them being S tier, one of them being D tier. Really good start. So if we can get Philia or Vernon, this would be a God tier must keep account. We'll have to see if our luck keeps on running here. I mean, we've done enough rerolls at this point where we definitely deserve it. See, now we have to hit 2 on this one. Like that. Since we hit 2, we started off as a 3-star, but then we hit a 4-star, and then we hit a 5-star. So there we go. We didn't pull a 5-star, but we ended up getting a 5-star. I love the Planko. I didn't see her name, but I'm looking at this tier list, and I see that she's the last one on the F tier. So I'm guessing she's not that good. She might be good in some situations, but from the way it seems, she's not great. So far we got Silty, and then we got 2 not so good units. I need one more decent unit to back this account up so I can make it my new main account. So far, not good. If I don't end up getting the units I want, I'll give this account away also. So if somebody's just looking for Silty and nothing else, or just Silty with some other Nat 5s that are so-so, let me know again, and you can have this one. We just need one A tier. Come on, give it to me. End this misery. I'm tired of rerolling. I just want to play World Flipper. I don't want to reroll anymore. I rerolled for, I think, 5 hours on Twitch, 2 or 3 hours on my own time, and it just feels like it's never ending. And again, keep an eye out on these 4-stars, guys. After you roll, go into your box, look at your units, go down to the bottom of this tier list and look at the 4-stars and see if you have any worth keeping. Because again, even an account like this, if you get Silty and then a couple like mediocre 5-stars, but let's just say you also pull 3 or 4 of the really good 3 and 4-stars, you might consider keeping the account because of the fact that you have really good 3 and 4-star units. And those are obviously going to be much easier to build than all of these 5-stars. So it is always a good idea to keep an eye out for some of these 3 and 4-star units. Man, that's what happened to me on the other account when I pulled Silty. I pulled Silty, then I pulled no other Nat 5. This one I pulled Silty, and then I pull 2 mediocre Nat 5s. I just can't get the 2 that I want. Come on. So that is it. The last one, you're also going to get a ticket, which gives you a guaranteed 4 or 5-star unit. Obviously, you want to hope that it's a 5-star. Hopefully, this is one of the units I want. Come on. Please, give it to me. 5-star? I think it's a 4-star, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a 4-star. So this, for me, would be a reroll because, again, at this point, I'm looking for that God tier account. Silty is not good enough. I need Silty and at least an A tier or 2 B tier, something like that. Or maybe Silty and Vernon. If I got Silty and Vernon, I think I would keep that because I do think that's like a God tier account, having Silty and Vernon on the same account. But for me, this is a reroll. If you guys want this account, I will give it away because it has Silty on it. Now, if you go to menu and you go to account info and you unregister the game, I'm going to do this and I'll be right back because I want to show you guys what happens when you do this because you get a message and this is why you can't re-roll on the same account. I'm not going to do it on this account because I'll give this account away if somebody wants it because it has Silty on it. But I'm going to do this and I'll be right back. So I unregistered one of my other accounts just to show you guys the message that you'll get when you try to start a guest account. So now this is on the same instance. I reset the account info like I showed you before. We go to guest login. Do you want to log in as guest? You're going to click OK. Then you're going to get this message, account under registration is in process. Do you want to cancel under registration? So now, I don't know if this is 3 days or 24 hours. I didn't see the message. I know when you unregister, it tells you how long, but I wasn't paying attention. But the point is, if you're re-rolling, obviously you don't want to wait 3 hours, 24 hours, 2 days, whatever it is. You want to re-roll consistently. So that's why the best way to do this is to just keep creating new instances, delete the instance after you're done, and keep going like that. Once you get the account you want, save and link the account, and then bring it back to your main instance. That's the best way to do it. Other than that, the reroll is one of the best rerolls I've ever seen because you can literally sign in, collect your mail. You don't have to go through any tutorial. You can skip the tutorial, go in, collect your mail, do your 3 10 pulls. And 3 10 pulls is actually a lot considering that you don't have to do anything in the game to get those 10 pulls. Get your 4 or 5-star summoning ticket, summon, either get your God tier account or reroll and do it again. Super easy. Thank you guys so much for the support here on YouTube. We're so close to 4,000 subs. Once we reach it, we'll start another sub celebration. If you want to follow me on Twitch and Discord, those are always linked down below. 2 monthly giveaways on Discord, random giveaways on Twitch. If you want to be a part of the random giveaway that we do here on YouTube, all you do is sub to the channel, like, and comment on my past 10 videos, and that will automatically enter you into the random giveaway. I pick those winners on Discord. I truly do love each and every single one of you. I will see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.